when you're working with the QuikCopper, the first thing you want to do is open up your instructions, and they have some different things in there. It is a chemical, so please make sure that you kind of read over their instructions on how to use it before you start to your process and how I use it. So know that's right inside your tube, just like that. So when we get started with QuikCopper, it is actually a wood putty, and it is an epoxy, and it has two pieces. And as you can see, these are your two pieces of the epoxy. So to work with them today, we're simply going to take our vegetable oil, and I should have had this wonderful lid open. That's the worst part about it. And I'm going to spray, instead of spraying those scissors directly, I'm going to spray a little bit on my hands so that I can work with it and it doesn't stick to the QuikCopper. And we're going to cut a little section at a time. QuikCopper dries, in the instructions I think that it says about 15 minutes. The really nice thing is it's rock hard in an hour and you can keep on working. So that's why I really like to work with it. It also has a plastic outside layer, and you don't want to take it off of there. You only want to take it off once you start working with it. And you can see the two parts, and how we activate that is by putting or kneading that together. So we're going to knead that together until it becomes one color. I think the QuikCopper dries a little bit faster than the QuikWood. You also can use a little bit of paint extender, like you use in acrylic paints, to make it a little bit more work time. It's only about 5 minutes, so, or extender, excuse me, paint extender, but it only gives you a couple more minutes. Now we've blended this all together till we do not have any more marbleizing in it, and it kind of turns warm to the touch. So we're actually going to take this, and we've painted our gourd in the gold metallic, and what we're going to do is we're going to give our flower 3 rows of petals. So I want to start out with a row of 5 petals, and you want to think about how far you need to start them down and bring each row up a little bit closer as we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll our QuikCopper, and I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to push that finger, and all we simply do is pull that into a petal shape. And we're going to come over to here, and the great thing about QuikWood and QuikCopper is you do not have to glue it on to your gourd. You just simply set it on there and give it a little bit of a push. If you don't like the leaf that you put on, start all over. You can see I'm rubbing out my fingerprints on it. Now I'm going to take my clay tools, and we're going to get them open. And for this one, I'm going to come in and use a little bit of a different tool. And this is, it looks like you were tearing something. I like this look in it. A little bit of a variegated tear. So once we've done this, this dries as we're going, so we don't want to forget to come in and put our shimmer on it. When you're working with the shimmer, see how much it dipped in there and how much is sitting on there. If you went straight to your clay, that's just going to come out all over the place. So you always want to pounce it off of your lid. Now instead of dipping into it again, we're simply going to come in and dip into our lid. So we've got that already loaded. We're going to come in here using our mop brush, and we're going to give this some color. And we're simply going to add a little bit more color to it. And I'm going to kind of clean my mop brush a little bit. I'm going to dip into the gold, and then I'm going to pounce it into the lid. And we're going to come in here, and we're going to get, see how much that is, even though I pounced it off, we still have a lot of gold. So we're just going to clean that up. Now I want you to continue. We're just going to keep going around and around, and I don't want you to get bored. So I'm going to do a couple of these leaves, and then I'm going to catch you again as we get closer to that next row. Okay?